minds are warped right now, right? I mean, here's what I love about you, and I've had the opportunity over 6 months to get to know you and watch Savannah Banana start to become Savannah Banana again. But sitting here with you for the last, 40 minutes, you wow me even more. I'm like, I need to go home and do some studying because, dang, I thought I was pretty smart, but your mom's smart. And you know what? Don't make her mad. So where are we at? We're talking on the studies, and I do want to end it on pushing for studies. So if I forget that,
sure.
Let's end with that, and I don't want to end now.
Sure.
So her journey, she went to the emergency rooms. We went multiple times to the hospital. Can we talk about the camp that you went to? That's
yes.
That's what I call it. Because
sure.
honestly, when you told me that, I think I was even kind of mad in the room, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did my ears turn red?
Yes.
So how much school did Savannah miss up to this point? Or should I say, how much school did she make?
Well, she was able to go to school half days for the past few years. She'd miss days. On the days that she could go to school, she would go to school for her about 4, maybe 5 hours each day, and she'd come home and she would literally go to sleep and not wake up until the next morning when it was time for school. She couldn't do homework. I would have to wake her up to eat dinner, which sometimes I couldn't even do. It was really hard to say, I'm so sorry, honey, but you have to eat. You have to eat. So I tried to make easy to eat things so I could bring it into her room, sit on her bedroom floor, and try and make sure she's getting her calories for the day.
I guess I listen to this and I think of robbing somebody of their childhood for profit.
It absolutely,
and
that is absolutely what happens.
And I guess maybe my morality, I can't even from a movie point of view wrap my head around how one could do that, knowing that there is a very plausible chance that something adverse could happen, that you could rob somebody of the best. I mean, I say all the time, I want to go back to my childhood years because they were fun. But to rob somebody of their childhood years and know that you could take that away from them for money. That's all that it's for money. And know that that stuff's never been tested, never proven to do what they say it's going to do, not even know what the hell it's going to do, just because I'm going to make some money.
Well, where there's risk, there must be a choice. And I believe that there should be full disclosure with everything that could happen and does happen. If death, seizures, immune system shut down, all the issues that can happen. I mean, she's had so many problems just from one reaction to one vaccine.
That much in that vial, right?
And just because it's common and they're pushing it and, it's a newer vaccine, but you're also using it in conjunction with other vaccines.
You don't know the interactions.
You don't know the interactions. It's never been tested. And we're putting this into our kids.
So let's go into what, this one, when you told me this, I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, pain rehab? Okay.
I call them camps.
Yeah.
I call them camps.
So
not in a good way, camp.
Right. So one of the hospitalizations that she had, she saw a rheumatologist that absolutely insisted on pain rehab. During one of our visits to the Mayo Clinic, they had brought up the pain rehab, and we had met 19 other kids that were also suffering from injuries after getting their 7th grade vaccines, which included the Gardasil, which I thut was ironic because...
Did I put you in the same room?
No. this was completely accidental. This wasn't at the hospital. This was at some of the hotels we were staying at. It was by chance. It was by chance.
Wow.
So I spoke to these different parents, and we were bringing things back and forth. We were talking about Lyme disease, Bartonella. We were talking about what could this be? You know, this is what I've learned. What have you learned? You know, and so anyway, so some of the girls there had been in this pain rehab for a week or two. It's a 5-week program, and a few of them had said, oh, you know, I'm doing a lot better. You know, I'm feeling a lot more energy. You know, it's really hard, but you know, I'm sticking to it, and it's doing great. And I was like, you know, this will suck, but if that's what we need to do to get better, then, you know, I'll be your cheerleader. We'll do this. And
She rocks her.
and so we came back home, and I spoke with different doctors at one of our hospitals, and I actually helped implement a program to do a pain rehab clinic, which is something that they were already trying to work on to get in the works, but we were able to get it up and figured out. And so they got this study done, you know, they got it figured out where they work with a psychologist, physical therapy, occupational therapy. In most cases, I think it's a great idea, but not for this case. I didn't know it at the time, but I was like, I'm willing to do anything as long as it's not going to hurt her further. So we did the pain rehab. We started, but it was like a boot camp, and everything was already agonizing. She already felt like she was dying. I couldn't hug my daughter because she was in so much pain. It felt like I was pushing needles and knives into her skin. That's how bad her pain was before the pain rehab. During the pain rehab, it made it 100 times worse. She couldn't hold her mouth closed. She couldn't brush her hair. She couldn't walk unassisted. I had to literally carry her up 2 flights of stairs into her apartment because it wasn't wheelchair accessible.
Was that here in Omaha?
Mhm.
How many days into the pain rehab did this already set her back? Like at what day?
Oh, it started having negative effects day 1, but I didn't want to give up because I knew it was going to get harder before it got better. So I kept telling myself, I'm just going to stay positive. I'm going to keep telling her, you did great. You're getting better. This is, you know, the first day is going to be the worst day. She's going to keep getting better. But we only made it to 5 visits because I wasn't physically capable of carrying her down the stairs safely. I did not trust that I could carry her without falling and hurting her. And whenever I called her doctor to say, you guys either need to send an ambulance or send a man to come help me carry her down to the truck, her doctor never once called me back. And I called and I called and I called. And so the program backfired because she was unable to do anything. And every time she had one of these sessions where she would go do physical therapy for the day, she was able to do certain things while she was there, but within about 2 to 3 hours, her body would freeze up. She couldn't move. She literally could not do anything.
Well, how long ago was this?
This was towards the beginning, about 1.5 years ago,
Okay.
kind of in the middle.
Okay.
And so the program didn't work. I kept trying to call the doctors.
And what did they say when the program, was it your fault that the program didn't work or something?
They blamed me.
Okay.
They blamed me. And I
Because
said-
it's never their fault.
Well,
No.
they said that I should have, no matter what, brought her in. I said I wasn't physically capable of bringing her in. I had nobody to help me. And I would have been a negligent parent trying to drag my child down the stairs to make it to this program that was only continuing to hurt her. So, I'm not...
So, which is why I call them camps. And we won't even get into the one shift that we did. We'll bypass all that because that was a good one, by the way. But I'll get one all mad again. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about next week on where she's at now.
Okay.
But more importantly, when we do that, I want it about her. Because that's what I mean. But it's not about what, because I know what, I have a feeling you're going to say, well, we didn't do anything. It's about the progress she's made. Because like when she comes in the room now, there's life. And that's the stuff that makes me giggle.
And that's something I wasn't sure if I'd see again.
We're seeing it, Mom.
I know.
All right, next week.